Going on, everybody? It's your boy Thin Goes back again for another video, and you already know I'm super excited because once again I'm going to be talking about Crash Bandicoot. It's about time. Man, I'm super excited for this video game. Probably the most excited that I've been for a new video game release in years. I'm talking about years. This game is very personal to me. Huge fan of Crash Bandicoot. It's my favorite video game and character of all time. And just knowing that we're not getting another remake and we're getting a finally actually new release in the mainline Crash series, a true sequel to the original trilogy, Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time. In just a few months, we are going to be able to have our hands on it, play it. It's a real thing. It's official. It's so fucking crazy. I still can't believe we live in a world, we live in a universe where we getting a new Crash Bandicoot game. This shit is fucking insane, bro. I wake up and sometimes I think to myself, bro, we really getting a new Crash game, bro. It's right around the corner. Like, oh, it's very personal to me, man. I just can't believe we finally getting it. I can't be more excited. But they released more news on the video game. Now, there's been a lot of different footage that's been shown around. A demo, a personal, special demo got sent out to a lot of different YouTubers, influencers, and stuff like that. So there's been a lot more footage of the game. You can see it out on the main media like gaming outlets, or you can just see it on other streamers or YouTubers channels. They're talking about it. They're playing a couple of the levels that they have on the demo, and it's showing off more footage. It shows off more gameplay with Crash. It shows off gameplay with Neo Cortex, and they also revealed Toys for Bob, the developers. They revealed a lot of new details about the game itself, and me being super excited about this video game series, Crash Bandicoot coming back, and just having the videos that I've previously put up on my channel already. I just wanted to make a little update talking about the new news that was shown off and that was laid out about Crash 4. It's about time. So now with Crash Bandicoot, what we saw, new gameplay from him, is we got to see him playing with the mask Lonnie Loli. Now, I don't know the name of the other mask, but I do know there's a mask that looks like his face looks like two arrows, one pointing up, one pointing down, and you have the ability when you use that mask to actually run on the ceiling, like turn things upside down, kind of like using gravity. You can, it's the press of a button, like you can just run on the ceiling and everything will become different. You can collect boxes and platform and stuff like that on the ceiling, and then you'll have to go back down, go back up, go back down to avoid different obstacles and platforming. And it looks really cool how they're implementing that into the main gameplay loop. And also the other mask that they showed off was the one that we saw a couple of like months ago when they was first like kind of teasing this game off, when they had that commercial in the when they had the commercial for PlayStation. That was in a different that was in the UK, and they showed that mask when in Crash Team Racing, for an ad for Crash Team Racing, when he was driving around in that parking garage, and you saw the mask in the back, and everybody was like, is this a new Crash game? Yeah, well, we saw more gameplay with that mask as well, and she has the ability to control time. And well, we didn't see more gameplay with her, but I'm just catching you guys up. So the first one was like the the inverted, where you can run on the ceiling, run on the bottom, and the other mask that we know about controls time, where you can slow down obstacles, make your way through them, or slow them down so that you can jump on top of them. Like if there's something falling, you can slow it down and progress across and stuff like that. Well, this new mask they showed off, Lonnie Loli, he's the blue mask that was from the trailer, that was actually talking at the very end when they made the little joke poking fun at how many Crash games there are. We finally got to see what he can actually do, and he has the ability to phase in and out of look like he can phase in and out of things. Like you see like these little leftover echoes of boxes, or like different platforms and stuff like that, and once you switch it on, it'll phase in. You can spin on the box, or you can jump on the platform, and you can progress and keep going. So it looks like his is going to be like quick reaction time as well, similar to the going up and down one, and being able to slow down time and progress through stuff. So I really think it's cool how they're using these different masks into implementing it into the main platform and gameplay loop, just to make it that much harder, or just to add an extra layer to the whole gameplay overall. So I'm really looking forward to utilizing these masks along with the gameplay that we know and love from Crash Bandicoot. So it's really exciting, really exciting. And also, we got to see the official gameplay of Cortex. Now, what I really like about this is that they said that it's actually optional. You do not have to play the Cortex levels. They're completely optional. But if you do play the Cortex level, it'll give you just an extra layer to the story because there's different timelines. And if you play through a level as Crash Bandicoot, you'll get the main level, you know, the main story and everything. But if you play as Cortex, he will, so to speak, be playing through the level earlier, and you'll see what he does to try to get in Crash's way. Like in the demo, we saw Cortex platforming, making his way through the different obstacles, and then once he got like halfway through the level, you saw him blow up a pirate ship, which was the same ship that we saw blowing up in the previous demos when Crash was making his way through that level. And it was like a short cutscene that activated that showed the ship blowing up right in front of him. Well, if you go and play Cortex's level, you'll go back through the same level but from a different perspective, doing your own different challenges, taking your own like different path tailored for Cortex. And then at the end of his portion of the level, you'll see him do what he did to that ship that directly ties in and connects to the level on the main one where you play as Crash. So I think that's really cool. It just adds on to the story, and it makes the level seem that much bigger and just that much more realized. Instead of, it gives the level itself a story of its own. Instead of just making your way through stuff, wondering what happened, they let you make your way through these hazards, and then it seems like they're going to have Cortex be making the hazards for Crash to be able to get through, and you'll be able to directly see it and play through it yourself. So I always say I love when people give you more options in games, and it's really cool that they're giving you the option to play with Cortex and just add that much more depth to the game overall, especially with a game like Crash, because it's cool how it's so simple yet it can be so layered at the same time. Now, another thing is the platforming with Cortex is very different from Crash Bandicoot. He doesn't have a double jump, he just has one jump, but he has a dash. So his gameplay is going to be very different from what Crash and Coco are here to offer. You're going to have to time his jumps a whole lot different, time his dash. It's probably going to be a whole lot more difficult to play with Cortex before you get the hang of him. But I really think it's cool, like I said, that they give you multiple different ways to play. And they also emphasized on how this game is going to be hard. Now, personally, I didn't think that the original Crash Bandicoot games were that hard. I thought it was balanced perfect, and I thought the bosses were way too easy. Hope they fix that with this new game. But I never thought the games were just that hard. Now, I thought it was funny when the Crash N. Sane Trilogy came out and we got all these streamers and people playing and everything just complaining, talking about how hard the game was. I still never thought it was that hard. I thought it was perfect, like as far as difficulty goes. Of course, some levels are much harder than others, but I never really thought Crash Bandicoot was just let me tear my hair out of my head hard type of game. I never thought it was that hard. I just thought it was the perfect amount of challenging. But Toys for Bob emphasized that it is going to be a hard game. They're going to try to make it very difficult, and there's two different modes of play that you can play. You can play it on retro mode, which plays like the original Crash Bandicoot. It has a live system. Once you run out of lives, you got to replay the level, and then they're going to have a modern system where you're going to have infinite amount of lives, but you just constantly restart at different checkpoints throughout the level. So once again, not something I would choose. I'm definitely playing it on classic, but I like that they give you the option to do so. More options, more ways of play. And another thing that they talked about that I really enjoyed is that they're really trying to, well, you know what, I think I covered everything. Yeah, I think I covered everything new. But I do want to add this though. No. There's one more thing. It isn't confirmed yet. So far, all we know is that Crash, Coco, and Dr. Cortex are going to be playable. But it's strongly implied that there's going to be even more playable characters in this game. Very interesting. Even characters like other villains, so like Dingodile, Entropy, maybe even InGen, you never know. Tana is rumors that she's going to be returning, Crash's girlfriend from the first game, and you know, from Crash Team Racing. So like I said, the more options, the better. I'm just ready to see how much content this game is going to have. Toys for Bob also said that this game is going to be filled with content, loaded with content. The levels are going to be much longer than the standard Crash levels that we know. I just hope that the pacing doesn't suffer because of this. I hope the game is just fun to play all the way through. More Crash Bandicoot. I've never had a complaint or anything wrong with that. The more the better. Longer levels, more characters to play with, different difficulties to choose from, the 4 different masks that we can utilize to add on to the current gameplay loop. Man, I'm telling you, it's just so much that I just can't wait to sink my teeth into and see what this game fully has to offer. Besides, I remember that they were in a picture that we saw leaked before the promotional image, they said that this game has over 100+ levels. So if that's true, with everything else that's going to be added in this game that has been confirmed, this is going to be the complete package, and I cannot wait. Crash Bandicoot, it's about time. They knew that we had to wait a long time for this, so they're trying to make it worth the wait. Oh my gosh, this game is gonna be so. I just can't wait. I'm fanboying over this game right now. I just can't wait, bro. I'm so fucking excited. Tell me what you think about this news. If you knew about it already, share with me your thoughts in the comments below. Are you gonna be getting Crash Bandicoot 4? Do you fuck with the Crash Bandicoot franchise, man? Let's talk about it. How can you not like Crash, bro? I fucking love Crash. Oh my god. Anyway, hope you're having a good day, night, wherever you guys are. And until next time, peace. Subscribe, share this video, hit the bell to be notified for more videos like this one. And you already know, man. See you around.